And taking up India to an auto industry of electric vehicles push in New Delhi, India's aggressive push to electrify all the new vehicles by 2030 is compelling auto parts manufacturers and car makers to draw up early plans for electrifications, the company executives said. The new auto policy is in the work and will include a roadmap for electric vehicles, government officials of India said in a statement, adding that this is likely to be made public before the year end. Engines maker Cummins India is investing research on electric mobility solutions for India. While Hyundai Motor Co has begun talks with some of its suppliers for components for electric cars, company executives said in a statement. Ashok Leyland, which landed an electric bus last year, has partnered with Indian startup Sun Mobility to develop battery-swanging technologies for cars, buses, and trucks. This is going to be a major challenge, but it is one we have to embrace and not duck, Anand Talusilakar, managing director of Cummins India, said. He said commercial vehicles makers in India have asked Cummins to look into electric mobility solutions, and only once they have a proposals with the company commit to a capital investments. It will not happen so soon. First we need to demonstrate the technology, he said, adding that the company is open to acquisitions and partnerships as it would help access to the technology faster. Electric vehicles are expensive due to the high cost of batteries, which are still not manufactured in India. And the car makers say a lack of charging stations could make the whole propositions unviable. But the government is determined to push ahead. In a stern warning to auto industries, India's Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari on Thursday asked the companies to start building electrics and alternative fuel vehicles, a risk being overtaken by the policy changes. Don't get confused about the policies and the rules foreign to electric bikes, buses, and cars. I won't seek suggestions over this. You have to diversify, said Gadkari. In many, India's leading think tank laid out a 15-year roadmap for electrifying all the new vehicles in the country by limiting registrations for petrol and diesel cars while giving incentives and subsidies on sales of electric cars. Electric car sales in India, one of the world's fastest growing car markets, are negligible compared with the annual sales of over 3 million petrol and diesel cars last fiscal year, according to industry data. Mahindra & Mahindra is the only electric car maker in India, but in the few years it will be joined by Tata Motors, which has explored the possibility of building electric cars on its existing platform. Managing Director Gunther Batask said. Hyundai, which self-plans to launch hybrid cars in India of the government's electric push, said in a statement it will need to customize its existing electric cars for Indian market. If it is unable to adapt existing products, it will look at developing a new electric cars for India, said Rakesh Srivastav, the Director of Sales and Marketing of Hyundai. The Korean carmaker has begun talks with its existing suppliers, but is also open to form new partnerships to source components for electric cars. We would like to take a fresh look because we will need volumes, Srivastava of Hyundai said. In New Delhi, the government expects a double-digit improvement in India's rank in global index and ease of doing business, likely to be announced by the World Bank next month. A senior official told to Economic Times that the World Bank had shared its feedback, stating that it had accepted many of the reforms claimed by the government. Last year, India's rank had improved by just one spot to 130 among 190 countries. The World Bank has acknowledged around 20 reforms among many other and more mentioned by us in the response to the study. The overall ranking will depend on how other countries have performed, but we should come close to 100 marks, said the officials. The World Bank had recently finished gathering the feedback from the users for its Doing Business report. The cutoff date for implementing the reforms for the study was June 1, 2017. Reforms implemented thereafter will not be counted for this year's ranking. Reforms such as GST have not been taken into account as the impact is yet to be felt by the users. But India is expecting these to reflect in next year's report and significantly boost the country's position. India's performance over the last 3 years among other countries in 190 rankings. Getting electricity in India in 2016 70th and 2017 it's 26. Enforcing contracts in India. In 2015 it was 186th rank and 2016 178th rank and in 2017 it is 172. Starting business in India. In 2015 it was 158th rank, in 2016 it is 150th rank, and 2017 it is 150th rank. Registering property in India. In 2015 it was 121st rank, in 2016 it was 138th rank, in 2017 it's still in 138th rank. Resolving insolvency in India. In 2015 it was 137th rank, in 2016 it was 136th rank, and 2017 it was in same position as in 136th rank. Construction permits in India. In 2015 it was 188th rank, in 2016 it was 183rd rank, and in 2017 it was 185th rank. Getting credit in India. In 2015 it was 36th rank, in 2016 it is in 42nd rank, in 2017 it is 44th rank. Paying taxes in India. In 2015 it is 156th rank, in 2016 it is 157th rank, and in 2017 it is 172nd rank. Trading across borders in India. In 2015 126th rank, in 2016 133rd rank, in 2017 it is 143rd rank in India. So the parameters from years from 2016 to 17 it is exceeding over and over, and 2017 is the worst as India has exceeded all the rankings and had gone down by down. India had showed one of its poorest performance on the parameters of paying taxes last time, ranking 172nd among the countries surveyed for the report. That, along with an equally lower position in enforcing contracts, landed India at the 130th spot, falling behind the countries such as Mexico or Russia. The ranking considers business environment in Delhi and Mumbai. Over the past few months, the government has taken up the concerns about not getting due credit for its reform drive with the World Bank. While responding to the survey this year, the government flags such issues, citing examples of reforms undertaken for enforcing contracts, starting business and issuing construction permits, among other things. The government also cited provisions in exciting legal frameworks that deal efficiently with the issue of enforcing contracts. So what do you think of India's Ease of Business Index worst in ranking in this year and before years? Will it improve in the coming years? And what do you think of India's push on electric vehicles in the coming years before or between 2030? Post your comments below. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.